tell your story on True Talk.
Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of True Talk with Mimi. Yay! I just want to say thank you to everyone that took out time to listen to my story, and those that sent me DMs and private messages, support and encouragement. Thank you so much. It means a lot to know that I have people like you out there. Thank you. And today, I'm actually going to be responding to some questions that I received over the week about abuse, of course, rejection, and also breakups. And yeah, I know I didn't put on makeup, but I'm not really a makeup person, so bear with me. So today I have someone here with me that's going to help me out with the question answering. He's a voiceover artist, the voice of God, a TV presenter, a red carpet host, a producer, an actor, and he's also the producer of the popular relationship forum on Instagram called Let's Talk Relationships. Help me, guys. Welcome, Edewor. Hi, Edewor.
Yeah, what's up?
Welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
Thank you.
Even if you don't give me a drink, it's okay. I'm good, yeah.
But I gave you water, didn't I?
No, you didn't give me water.
Oh wow. My bad.
Exactly.
I'll give you water after.
I'm not interested.
So we're going to go directly to the questions. First of all, I'm going to respond to the abuse questions because they are directed at me, and then he will help me with the other relationship thingies. So the first question: why didn't you leave? Was 8 years not too much?
Why didn't you leave, actually?
Okay. You don't have to attack me, Sha.
No, I'm asking you now. You're there for 8 years. They give you gas bills. You didn't leave. You were there. Wow. Please answer that question.
All right. So it wasn't actually 8 years. Don't mind him.
For 16 years.
It was more of 7 years, give or take, and in between the 7 years.
Auntie, the question is, why didn't you leave? This one you're speaking English. Oh God. Go straight, answer the question.
Is that why you're
why
here?
Didn't you leave?
No, but is this why you're here?
Is it not a question the answer?
And now.
Answer the question.
Yeah, the person said was 8 years not too much, and I'm trying to let him or her understand that it wasn't necessarily 8 years, it was more of 7 years, and in between the 7 years there are separations where we were not together for about a month, 2 months, 3 months. So we can't exactly call it 8 years, we can't even exactly call it 7 years,
but we can call it that the fact that you were there.
Yeah, we can just say that I was there for a long time.
Wow.
Let's just leave it at that.
You still not answered the question.
So why didn't I leave? I didn't leave because I had so many fears. I was scared that I won't find anyone to love me. I was scared that I will remain single the rest of my life, like I said in my previous video about the thing I said with God and all that. And I also had this fear in me that if I leave, he was going to be angry with me and probably do something to me that will hurt me the rest of my life. Probably post a video that was not supposed to be out in public, that kind of thing. But
you were doing videos.
I think
wow.
I just had these fears, and I let these fears rule me, or probably hold me back from doing what I should have done the first day I got the slap. So yeah, I've answered.
It's good.
Are you okay?
You said you were afraid.
Are you fine?
Go on.
Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm not like that again.
Yeah, you don't hear.
So the second question: did you ever fight back? Yes, I did. I did, even though I didn't always win, but I did fight back. Most times, the beating turned into a fight because I can be a gangster sometimes. Yeah, so yes, I fought back most times, but I didn't always win. So because I didn't always win, sometimes I just let it go. Like, what's the need of fighting when you know that you will not win? So just take the beating, and then after everything, wipe yourself and get the fuck up. So yeah, that's it. So I think I've answered the most important questions that came in about the abuse. So now we're going to move into the other ones, and this bros here would I must answer. So first question, why do breakups happen?
Simple now. Unreconcilable differences. As simple as that. If what the person A came for is not what they are getting in the relationship with person A and B, if A is not getting what he came for, or she's not getting what she came for, it's very simple. They leave. Relationship is it's almost like a contract. If you come with what you have and what she has, and they put it together, and the outcome is not what you expected, and people leave. It's just that simple. You understand? Most times people try to make it work because they don't want to jeopardize the overview or the general end point. But sometimes you can't just hold it and everybody just says, oh, all right, bye, it's done, thank you.
Yeah, but I think that everyone is different. Like, we all have differences.
Yes.
We knew about these differences before we got into the relationship.
Yes.
So why break up now? Because of those same relationships, those same differences we knew about.
The point is, sometimes you see some kind of characters or differences, like you call it, that you can endure. Sometimes you see the ones that, sometimes they come up in the relationship, you've not seen it before. So even the ones that you endure, it gets to a point where it becomes too much, or it becomes unexpectedly everywhere. You know, for someone who you know that is not a PDA kind of person, and you knew that before you go into the relationship, you probably had the conversation, and you knew he wasn't that, or she wasn't that kind of person, and somewhere along the line you guys start dating, and you want to hold her hand in public, and she tells you no. Right? You remember that she said she doesn't like it, but you be like, okay, well, you try again one time, and you get to a point where you get, okay, really, why don't you like it? And she tells you, I don't like it because I don't like it. That's not how I am. And in your head, you guys now, you start battling with the fact that, okay, even if she doesn't like it, couldn't she just, compromise a little bit? Yeah. Relationships are about compromising. I come with my different characters, you come with your different characters. If we decide to come together, there are some things we need to let go. But it gets to a point where people don't let some kind of things go, and those are the kind of things that break up relationships.
Okay.
Understand?
Thank you so much. You see why I brought you here?
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
That's why you brought me here.
Thank you.
God.
I brought you because of your brain.
Wow.
I want your brain.
You can't have it.
Thank you.
Sadly.
So, next question. What do you do after you break up?
Very simple. I had a post, one of my series on Let's Talk Relationships that tackled this situation. I just gave a few tips on what you should do when you break up, or to get over a bad breakup. And it was I said, first of all, you need to look for a distraction. It might be a new hobby, it might be a new job, it might be, in a new book you want to read. Get a good distraction. Not a distraction that would always remind you of your previous relationship or the relationship. I'm not telling you that, okay, you want to break up now. You know that you and your spouse go to a particular place. You now start going there every day. Are you mad? Do you think you will heal yourself?
Yes,
so you understand? You want to hear that kind of thing, or you know that you and your spouse listen to some certain kind of songs, and you start listening to those kind of songs. It doesn't make any sense. So get yourself a new kind of distraction. Get a good hobby. Probably you start watching some certain kind of movies, or going out with some certain kind of friends, or engaging in some certain kind of work. If you are into hand work or something, get something doing. That way you can sort yourself out. Number 2, stay away from romantic songs, romantic movies. Stay away from all those kind of things for a bit. You understand? Make sure that you don't get yourself in that situation where you'll be listening to Celine Dion and be oh my God, it's my life, oh Jesus, why did
It's better to cry everything out.
No, I'm not
Let
saying
it
don't
out.
cry it out. Like I said, this way it can help you build yourself stronger if you avoid these things.
Yeah.
Because if you're crying out doesn't necessarily mean you're weak. It means you want to let out that emotion that is holding you back. So if you let it out, fine. But if you keep reminding yourself of the situation by going back to a love song, going back to a love movie, watching a movie that both of you used to watch together, or playing a song both of you listen, come on, how would you get yourself out of that stress? Then the third thing I said was very simple, right? If you know that the breakup was really, really strong, it wasn't from your side, because usually the only part of the relationship, or really part of the couple that feels bad is the one who didn't want the breakup. You understand? So if you are that one who didn't want the breakup, it is best for you to just get yourself focused on yourself. Try and look out for the things in yourself that you appreciate yourself for. You see yourself as, don't have that mindset of, okay, now that he's gone or now that she's gone, what would I do or how would I move from here? Always have the open mind of starting all over again, a new relationship. Because there are people who break up and they feel that from here now, where do I go? That's why they always fall back to their ex in one thing or the other. They also end up going back to him because they feel that there's nothing else out there for them. So if you can organize your mind in opening yourself to better opportunities than where you're coming from, that way, in a space of 3 months, you should be able to see that part of your life as and this is one other one that I feel you should always do. Don't stalk your ex. If it's the easiest thing for you to avoid this is probably you block the person on social media. You make sure you're not in contact with his friends. Try not to stay around places that you know that you bump into him by mistake or her by mistake, because you would see things that would stir up an emotion in you that is hurtful because the person doesn't want you back. You understand? So don't stay away from this. If you can block, I'm not saying block them forever, but at least for that period of healing, cut them off so that you know that, okay, I need time to focus on myself and focus on the future of my relationships with other people, other than holding on to something that's already lost. So those are the kind of things those are the few things I said on my post that I feel like you can go and check it out on Instagram.
Yeah, I do. Because
check it out.
This one is just small pinch of salt that just give you, so
that you can help yourself.
check it.
Yeah.
Alright, we are leaving the breakup part now to enter the rejection part, because you get some people where they don't reject, and we would like to know how to deal with rejection. So first off, have you ever been rejected? Why were you rejected, and how did you handle the rejection?
I have been rejected a couple of times. When I say a couple, like a lot of couples, of times. I've been rejected a lot of times, and it's the first times, or the first set of times it happened, I felt really bad about it, because in my head I'm like, really, come on, why? What's going on? Is it my fault? Am I not good enough? Things like that, But as life has played on, I've come to understand that the same way I go for a job interview or a movie audition and I'm not selected, doesn't mean I'm not good enough. It just probably means that what they want is not what I have, or what I have is not what they need. You understand? So that ideology of I'm not good enough, I had to take it out of my head. I had to understand that it is to your loss if you don't take me.
Yeah.
You understand? It's your loss if you don't take me. That doesn't, I'm not a bad person. I am as good as I should be. That's how I have fashioned my mind. So a period of times it happened, recent times that it started to happen, or it happens, I'm just be like, okay, life goes on. You understand? It's not about, you can't force someone to like you. And even if you poof yourself in their face so much, it gets to a point where the person decides to like you out of pity, not out of the fact that they genuinely like you. So, and that's one of the most dangerous places to be in, when someone likes you out of pity. So, okay, this guy has been disturbing me, has been stressing me. Okay, let me just say what he has to say. You are now hanging out with him because you pity his condition. So when I see that there's a situation like that, I would intentionally stay away, so that it doesn't get to the point where you like me because you pity me. That way you would see me as, let me just help him out, right? I see he's quite desperate, and rejection is not a crime. It's not a bad sign to any relationship. If they reject you the first time and you still have the mind to try again, and they reject you again, then you stepping back a bit doesn't mean you have lost the fight or the battle per se. It just means that you're taking time to look at yourself and give yourself another opportunity to try out somewhere else.
Okay.
You understand? Because it's more like if A doesn't want B, B might want C, and if C doesn't want B, B might still find D. So, but if B thinks that it's only A that the focus is on, that period at which B keeps her or his or her focus on A, he or she is cutting off the possibilities that E, F, G, H, I, J can have on B, because he's so focused on A and sees A as the only way forward. So rejection for me it's a part of life that everybody would face. So the way you handle it would also determine if you would move forward or if you're going to stay in the same position as you've always been, and you'll be crying that, God, why? Is he only me? Am I the only one?
Alright, so that means the best way to handle rejection is, don't see it as something bad.
Yeah.
Actually see it as probably something good.
Yes.
Because the person rejecting you might actually not be for you.
Exactly.
And it might be best if you leave the person.
You channel that
try
energy
finding somebody else.
into somewhere else.
Yeah,
so channel the energy into somewhere else.
I feel like it's not going to be an easy thing to do, because you've probably had a reason why you went for that person. Like, it might not be.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Now, the reason why it's easy for me, remember what I said, the first periods I felt it was really bad.
Yeah.
I felt really, really depressed about it. But I got to a state of mind where I've come to understand that if you reject me, it is not my loss.
Yeah.
It is your loss.
Okay.
So I don't see it as, this person is wicked, why did they reject me? No. I see it as, hey, maybe it's not just supposed to happen. Yeah, it's not like, that's it.
So it will not be easy, but you can do it.
You can
We
do
can
it.
all do it.
So you can do it.
So do it.
That's it. The
Move.
word is the phrase is just do it.
So just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next question: have you ever rejected someone, and why did you reject the person?
Okay, I feel that people reject people based on what they find or what they're looking for.
Okay.
Or I think it's basically what they are looking for at that particular time.
Okay.
It's like I said, if you go to an audition and they tell you no, it's because they don't need what you have.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Or they can't accommodate what you're bringing.
All right.
So as for a relationship, if you're rejected by a girl or a guy,
Yeah.
you take it as, at that point in time, that person doesn't have the capacity to accommodate what you're bringing.
Okay.
That is also a possibility. The person probably doesn't have the capacity to accommodate what you're bringing, or the person doesn't really see you in that light at that time. So it's a or the person is not just ready for what you're offering.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also in different categories, or the person is looking for something else
Okay.
other than what you're bringing. So these are the possibilities. You understand? These are the possibilities. So if I have rejected a couple of people, done that. I've rejected a couple of people, not because they are bad people, or probably just because at that time I'm not really ready for what they are bringing or what they want,
Okay.
or I don't have the capacity to accommodate what they want me to offer.
Okay.
So it is safer for me to say no than to say, oh yeah, let's try. And in the end, somewhere along the line, it is quicker to crash than, you understand. And most times, relationships that end that way, people end up being enemies. People end up having bad blood for each other because they feel like, so you betrayed me, so you knew you all that kind of thing. So it's safer to just avoid it from the beginning than to jump into something out of, let's just see how it's going, and you know that it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yes, I have rejected a couple of people.
All right. Thank you so much. And that is the end of our questions.
Oh, thank God.
So,
So maybe this is the time when they will say, it's breaking time. It's time to eat food. Because I'm actually hungry.
so you came to eat, Sha?
No. I thought it was a part of the recording. You eat and you
Okay.
record. Or you record and
We'll
you
talk about that later. So, thank you so much for watching this episode. I have just one or two wise words for you guys. First off, breakups. So I have been through breakups, and I know that I have stalked my ex. I've also stalked my ex's new girlfriend.
Wow.
And I swear
Amazing.
to you, is the worst thing to ever do, because you will continue crying, your heart will continue breaking to pieces, and you will never mend. So the best thing to do, like he said, block, and block. If you can even block forever and ever, block.
Nah, you're not trying to create enemies.
No, now, like, I feel like, of course, I'm friends with some of my exes. Is actually a good thing, because some of them, friendship with them actually helps you in one or two ways. Like, so I feel like you can't be, it's not something like you have to be enemies with your ex or anything, but there are some exes that you just have to let go of forever and ever.
True, yeah.
Now, it's not like if you see them on the way, you not talk to them, or of course you talk to them.
Just try and keep away
just
communication.
stay away so
Unnecessary
that
communication.
you don't end up, in one, something like that. Then coming to the rejection part, I feel like it's actually not a bad thing to be rejected. It actually helps you, because you being rejected is, let's say it could be a hand of God. Let's just put it like that, because you might have gone into something that you shouldn't be in. And it's best that if you're rejected, you try as much as possible to stay away and try to put your energy into something else. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you keep being with that person, you just keep seeing some signs that your brain will now be taking as signs of other things, like probably maybe a positive sign. The person might say a word that is not meant for you, or is not meant for you to think in a way, but then you start thinking that this is actually a positive thing. Maybe this person is going in my direction, but that person might not be. So the best thing is try as much as possible to stay away and channel your energy into something else or someone else or anything. But rejection is not bad. You are wonderful. Everybody's wonderful in his or her own way. And if that person rejected you, you're going to find somebody much more better. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you watched to the end, Sha.
The problem is that a lot of people expect someone better. It's not always the case, actually, but let's move on.
You will get someone better in Jesus' name.
It's not prayer.
Amen.
It's not prayer. I'm just telling you that it's not always the case.
Well,
You
it's
might
not
find
always,
something else.
it's
Doesn't
not
mean
always
it's
the
going to be
case, but
better than
you
what
find
you're looking
something that is
Yeah.
in line with what you want. Right?
That makes sense.
Okay. So
That makes sense.
thank you so much. Please watch the video, subscribe, like it, and if you have questions you would like me to answer, please comment or send me a direct message or private message and let me know what you think of this video. Also, I'm going to be putting his handles on my page, so go follow and try to squeeze out what is in his brain. Take it and put in your own brain. Okay?
So,
All right, guys.